We are going to demonstrate how to insert an image onto one of your web pages. The process is very similar to inserting an image if you were using Microsoft Word or PowerPoint, etc. So the first thing we've got to do, of course, is to locate an image. And the best place, of course, is Google Images. And we just go to Google Images, and I'm going to locate an image of Dr. King. And we just scroll through, seeing if we like the images. That one is nice, but let's keep looking. All right, once we find one that we like, we're going to save it. To save it, all we do is hover over the image, right click with the mouse, and save the image as. Sometimes it might say save target as. That would be a similar thing. But we want to save, not copy, save. And then locate where we're going to save it. And you could change the name if you like, especially if the name is just a bunch of random numbers and letters. Make it something meaningful so you'll know where it is when you're looking for it, or what it is when you're looking for it. Okay, so now we go to the home page, to your page. I'm using my home page, but you'll use your Dr. King page. And we edit the page with the little pencil. And it's always best to wait until after you have text on the page before you begin inserting your images, video, etc., because it allows you the ability to view the entire page together for proportions and just general flow. So I put my cursor where I want the image to go, and I could start it at the second paragraph or the first. It doesn't matter. It just depends where you want the image to be. So I'm going to insert my image. I'm going to upload the image that I found. It was called King. I open it, and then there it is. Now I previously inserted another one, and I like this one. Now the alt text, so I just make sure it's selected, and it will have this yellow um, glow around it. The alt text is used with assistive technology for visually impaired persons. And this will allow, the software will allow the person to hover over images on the internet, and whatever the person has entered into the alt text, the software will say it. So it's very helpful and useful to enter alt text with your images. So I did it, and now we're going to say OK. Now the image comes in. It's very large. I don't need it that large, but I'm going to see we want our text to be wrapped around the images, so we select wrap on, and that will allow the text to go around it. Now, one thing that this will show is that my text can be a little larger, um, or I can leave it this small, uh, but I can also make my image smaller to be more proportionate with the text, medium, large. The original is whatever the size it was placed on the internet. So I'm going to use it smaller because it's just an image, and it's a very full focused image, and that will be fine. Now, remember, we have to give credit where credit is due, even with our images. So what I'm going to do is go back to the original source of the web page. Right here in Google, it will say visit page. Click, and it takes me to the original source for the image. I click the web address, the entire web address. I copy it, either Control C with the keyboard or right click, copy. Then I come back to my site, and where it says link, go to link, I change that link so that I can change the hyperlink address, paste my new um, source link, either Control V or right click and paste. I want to check the box that says open this link in a new window so that people are not taken away from my web page, and I say okay. We see the address has changed. I have my image here, and I have it in the text. Now, of course, remember that paragraph notation on the internet is indicated by a line space, a blank line space, not indentation. So they're block paragraphs with a line, blank line space in between. I can make my text larger. 12 is usually the smallest that I will make text when I build websites. I can change the text. You only have a small number of choices because they want to make it accessible on the text visible on any computer. So these are the most common types of text fonts that are available. So whichever one looks good to you, that's perfectly fine. You want to find one and stick to it for all of your pages just to be consistent. And the other thing that you can do, there might be letters or words that you want to emphasize in your writing, and you can make them a different color. You can bold them. That green doesn't show up very well. Neither does that. You can italicize. So you have all the features that you would have in Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, etc. Once it looks the way you like, save it, and there you go.